or anything, but
He's gonna stay in his seat,
hello.
right? Stay in.
Can't make our video more popular.
Again, hello.
Hi.
Everyone needs to stop sabotaging. But yeah, hello. Welcome to the Gaming Zone. I'm your host, Chriz, aka The Mole. Joining me is James pheonix and Anastaia Lazerbeam. We're going to be reviewing Injustice 2. Which is the follow-up for Injustice 1. And yeah, it just came out recently. It's on PS4, Xbox One, I think possibly PC.
Probably.
But yeah, where should we begin with this?
So I haven't played the game, so that would be up to you two.
Yeah, I literally asked Jim, but you won't make a decision. I was like, where should we begin with this?
Jim, I pick you.
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Okay, yeah, he won't make a decision. Okay,
you normally have categories set up for this.
Normally in the last few, we've just, like when I've done it with Pew and stuff, we've just gone round and discussed it with each person having their own opinions, topics, and thoughts and input into the review.
Okay, well, I haven't been in those, so I wouldn't have anyone to know that. Maybe next time don't make assumptions.
But you've been in ones on Pet of the Mind when we've done that. But yes. Anyway.
We've done games on Pets of the Mind.
We've done reviews, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but not game reviews.
We've reviewed games on there before now, every time you've created a channel mistakenly to take it off this one. But yes, we'll start with the story, which is a follow-up to Injustice 1. And the horrible comics, but yeah.
I like the comics, personally.
And we'll say, yeah, this is a terrible story.
Okay. From what I heard, it doesn't sound particularly appealing.
The first one was a big what if. It may have been terrible-ish, but it was like, what if Superman went evil? This one's, hey, do you remember Superman was evil? Yeah, we're just dropping Brainiac into it. The amount of fights where they've just come out of nowhere too, where it's been like, haha, I'm showing up for this one scene only just to fight you and then never speak of this again, haha. And you're like, wait, what? Superman doesn't get redeemed. The whole time everyone's asking Batman everything, like, Batman, what should we do? Batman, what flavor ice cream should I eat? Batman, how should I tie my shoes? Batman, be the moral compass. Oh, wait, there's a moral dilemma here. Batman, what should we do? It's terrible, lazy writing.
Some of it. The idea is solid of, so we had this horrible what if world where these two factions went to war and the world suffered for it. Well, now the question is, can these two factions put aside their differences to fight off a greater foe and save their Earth? So the concept was solid, the execution was just poor.
The concept, it doesn't even seem to be, can they do it? The questions the story raises is just, what's going to happen? Like, the amount of times they're just like, and like some of the time, like Superman's talking and everyone's like, oh, we're agreeing with Superman. Batman stuff's like, nope, slashes him, kicks him the fuck into the Phantom Zone. Everyone's like, oh, we're okay with this because you made the decision. Thank you, oh wise Batman. And it's like, yeah, really? Superman doesn't get redeemed if you do the alternate storyline, and if you completed the alternate way, and you see, okay, what would have happened if he actually did listen to Superman? He turns into Hitler again and brainwashes Batman, and you're like, oh.
Will you do that going in? Because the second Batman lots about Superman says, I'm never going back in that cell again. The idea of this universe is that this is the Superman of this world, is that this is how Superman is here. He's too emotionally damaged to come back from it. And that's an interesting concept, is that sometimes redemption is not possible.
Yeah, but it's kind of shit, because it's taken the biggest and best of DC's characters as Superman, one of the most interesting characters in DC, despite what people think, and it's completely ruined him, and to the point where they're not even going to try to make him back to being actual Superman. Therefore, you're not playing a game where, who's going to win in a fight? Batman, Superman stuff. It's who's going to win? Fanfic Superman? Or one of the DC women that constantly feels the need every time in their introduction to remind you they're a woman? which happens a lot, Pew. Anytime you pick a female character on an introduction, they're like, haha, I'm going to show you what a girl can do. Ooh, but you didn't think I'd be a woman. Hey, girl power. Hey, women. It's like, being a woman is not a character type. That's terrible
Did you just
writing.
say? Did you just say? I bet you wouldn't think I'm a woman.
Yeah, that wasn't an actual line, but
I was about to say, like, if a
how
woman
most of it
comes up,
goes.
if a woman comes up to me and says, "Bet you don't think I'm a woman," I'm like, I'd be surprised if that woman was actually a man.
That's pretty much how most of that goes.
I think what was the inverse of the line was supposed to be, "Oh, you didn't expect you were going to be fighting a woman today," or something to that effect.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, that
woman,
wasn't an exact line. I said that,
Yeah.
that last one wasn't an exact line. That was a deliberate mistake for comic relief.
Yeah.
I didn't expect I'd be a woman. And it's like, stop reminding everyone you're a woman. There's no
Yeah.
need for this. You have other character personality traits. Use them. Which, yeah, like I said, like Superman, he should have been redeemed in this. Like, he got free. He's like, I'm not going to go back into the prison. While he's fighting with Batman, he looks like, oh, he's going to become Superman again. Maybe Superman can be saved. Maybe it can be the Superman we actually want, not the Superman shitty fanboys who don't like Superman want. And they just wasted it.
Well, the idea is they redeemed him, it would just be the same world again. The idea of the Justice world is that it is a different world where the characters are different, and Superman is different here. You know, they turning it back in, redeeming him back into be, oh, this is a Superman, just undoes the concept of this entire what-if world. It's a what-if world. That's what it is.
Well, it's also meant to be a world where you're sold on the idea of fighting as DC characters, not fanfic versions of them. And even if Superman does get redeemed, the world's changed dramatically because of what he did, that it's still not just going to go straight back. So they're going to go, oh, Superman saved a cat from a tree, build him a statue again. He'd still have to earn the people's trust. There's still loads of people who died in the original.
Well, yes, but what Superman did, I don't think he...
Even though there was no deaths in this one. And it's a case of you'd see the world be rebuilt slowly, but it'd be a different world by the outcome, just by how many people died in the last one.
Yeah.
I think I don't think with all Superman did. I don't think the world. I don't know if the world would ever trust him again. I mean, like a Supergirl, maybe she has a chance to make the symbol mean something again, but I don't know if they would ever trust him again. I think that's kind of the point. Is there are some things you don't come back from.
Yeah, which, like I said, it just seems like an excuse to shit on Superman in favor of Batman, which fanboys love, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Because I'd argue in this game, Batman's still Batman. Wonder Woman, while being used overly sexist, is just a mindless love person to Superman. She still had the Amazons and stuff in the other one. She still seems like Wonder Woman. Superman isn't even remotely like Superman because the internet says he's boring. And the idea of Superman is he's meant to be the sort of perfect guy in an imperfect world. Some of the best stories have come from this, and it's like they've kind of ruined him. And yeah, the story as well, there's also inconsistencies in the story. Like Flash gets shot in the leg, gets back up, and he's like, oh no, I can't run, and then runs.
Yeah.
He couldn't run for that 5 seconds before he super healed and then runs again. He couldn't run during this sentence.
Well, Flash can increase his metabolism to heal faster, can he?
Not that fast, where he's up and he's like, and then instantly heals to just suddenly run that fast, because he still has weaknesses to fight people.
Ice him or shit.
Yeah, and this was just what? The sad thing with this one as well is unless I can't remember one, this one had no deaths like the other one did. Closest to it would be Harley, and she instantly gets healed within 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think they killed anybody in this one. They infer that Blue Beetle might be dead, but then it turns out he's not.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay, the other one, as much as the other one was bad, at least you did some shocking, oh, that's going to change stuff, that one person's dead. This one, most of the story felt like it was put together at the last second.
Well, technically speaking, they didn't outright kill anybody, but they did reveal some deaths, because there is that one scene where Cyborg's talking to Batman, and Cyborg mentions that Beast Boy and Starfire were in Metropolis when it got nuked, so they're kind of dead.
Yep. Which isn't that interesting.
No, I like Beast Boy. That sucks, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I mean, it's not that interesting because we don't know him in this world, and we
no,
already
but it's
saw,
not.
we already saw like Raven in one of the other ones and stuff. It's like, oh, come on, bring back some of the characters that are missing.
Yeah, I think the idea is it's supposed to be that that's what's driving is that they were some of two of Cyborg's best friends, and Dick Grayson got killed too. And that's one of the things that's driving Cyborg's motivation to side with Superman. Joker which almost caused him two of his friends, so Cyborg agrees. We gotta if we can prevent some of these deaths, isn't it our responsibility to do so?
Yeah, which is equally silly because one of the people on his side was Damien. Didn't he kill Dick? And then take his identity?
Was he the one that killed Dick? Okay.
Yeah, I thought he killed him and took his identity as Nightwing. It's like, what?
True.
But yeah, I don't know. It felt like the story was just off on this one. Like, there's characters in there like Atrocious and Hallucination Joker who seem like they're only there so they had an excuse to put them in the game.
Pretty much, yeah. Blue Beetle and Firestorm and Swamp Thing almost felt that way too. I mean, they at least got one scene that explained why they were there, but still.
Although Blue Beetle was awesome when he was fighting through it.
True.
Blue Beetle had like a whole chapter dedicated to him where you could swap to him.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Firestorm and stuff, so it wasn't that quite like that. And I will admit, Blue Beetle has an awesome moveset, but
They just felt like they came out of nowhere. Like, where were you when the war was going on in the first game?
Yep. Which, and it's just, yeah, like I said, the story, I wasn't going to go through the whole story because that would be silly because you need an excuse to play it, which only take you like 2 hours.
Yeah, story's not all that long. Although you do have to do it twice to get to both endings.
Well, not twice.
Well, the end part twice.
Yeah, you have to do the end part twice, and you have to go through the chapters where you can pick the characters you didn't use last time.
Yeah, the opposite characters.
But well, out of story mode into the other stuff, there's a load of modes in this game, which is weird because it seems like a lot of, I don't know, you'd call it a lot of fluff, basically. Like, in order to go to arcade mode, which is a pillar of fighting games, Pew, you have to go into Multiverse, then scroll all the way to the right, click into Battle Simulator, and then pick one of the 3 things. Which is weird. Like, do you remember last time to view a character's ending, you used to go to, like, the gallery section type deal, where it was, and you used to be able to view endings in one location? This one, you have to go to Customize, the character, click them, choose a loadout, scroll over, go over to Summary, then hit a button to see that one character's ending. It's like, wow, you didn't streamline this. You just concentrated on, oh, look how many stuff we've got.
That's annoying.
Yeah, which I feel a lot of people will probably fall for that. For substance over quality, I feel like a lot of people fall for that.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
But I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there, but it's mostly because they were trying to make it feel like a more close experience. It's like, oh, this is the multiverse, which has everything in it. It would have been easier to have some of that stuff streamlined, I agree, but I think it's what they were trying to show off certain things, like, oh, here's the multiverse, single-player, multiplayer. They were trying to set it up in a certain way. It just didn't work out the way they intended, I don't think.
Yep. It's like the mode multiverse mode, and you're like, okay, but there's no actual multiverse characters. They're just the same ones in bad armor.
Yeah, they're the ones in different gear, but they do at least give a little story for each world and why it's different. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, and they give like a 2 lines of writing.
Yeah. That's at least a clever idea to disguise a straight up, basic challenge mode.
A little bit. And yeah, they had that mode where you can customize your characters, which I'll admit I didn't like that. Where you get like 10,000 different gloves that all look the same.
But they have different stats.
But that's not the point. They sold this as being able to change the appearance dramatically, and it doesn't. And then there's also like premium. There's also like premium skins and stuff like that. And once you wear the premium skins, the armor doesn't work.
Yep.
There's guilds, which is fun. I'll admit, guild boss fight is kind of cool. I assume Jim's probably done that by now, but the guild when you get to fight a boss mode, that's cool.
I haven't done any guild stuff yet. How does that work?
Basically, with the guild boss, you can choose which way to look at it. I prefer the one with the stuff on the side. On the side, you got all the people who are competing against this one boss, and you have one overpowered character. Like in the boss fight I did, it was Cheetah.
Okay.
And she was OP like hell. Which means one of your people goes and fights her at a time. As he's fighting her, the other ones can hit her with rockets, throw health in there, and throw something to boost supers. As that one slowly tries to chip away at the health, and when that one gets to a certain point, she just knocks him off the screen. Another one comes on, and you're working together to try and take down this one enemy. It's kind of fun.
That sounds kind of cool. I'll have to try that.
Yeah, that mode's fun.
It's not the thing you showed me where you can actually take 3 characters and set them to be, your customized characters to be used as AI for other people online, and you can earn loot boxes for that.
Oh yeah, the AI bots.
That was neat.
Yeah, but that's fun. And I believe I called them mother boxes, Jim.
Yes, mother boxes. You are correct.
But yeah, it's a case of that happens where you can do that with the free AI. That is kind of cool. The main gameplay plays very similar to the first one.
Yep.
Only positive, it seems less one-sided depending on where you start.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. That makes it less of a casual fest and more accessible overall for everyone, and like that's cool. So their super moves look good.
Very.
There's more dialogue options when they do the the clash.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have dialogue stuff. I will say I don't like some of the dialogue at the beginning of the match. Mm-hmm. Besides the women having to tell you they're women, but like I think it's like one of Superman's. He basically tells you he's going to murder you while staying perfectly normal and calm as he says it. But it's not because he's psychotic. It's not because he's psychotic. The reason behind it is it's the same animation face for a lot of the stuff. So they didn't have one of him going or anything or smirking or anything. So they tried to make him just say it in a normal way.
What is it normal?
No, I mean, like, just say it like a normal sentence.
I'm going to murder you.
Yeah. It's basically, okay, your time's up, now I'm going to murder you.
Like, who doesn't give a fuck? Which
is weird, because when you play the story and you actually see what they've done to fanfic Superman, he at least gets angry when he wants to kill people, and he has emotions. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think of those stuff?
Yeah, I agree. There are some good lines, though. There are some good jokes. Like there's a lot of times, like for example, I remember one that came up was when you go to fight Gorilla Grodd, and he's like, you will kneel before me, and the opponent's like, kneel before Grodd? That doesn't sound quite right.
Yep. Huh. I will say one of my favorites was when you go Ivy versus Ivy. She has a couple for that one, but one of them, I can't remember which one she said now, but she mentioned one of the real names of him, and the other Ivy goes, "Oh, honey, I'm not Clayface."
Ha! That's a Carlo. Nice.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I can't remember which one she did because there's been like 3 or 4 Clayfaces.
Mm-hmm. True.
Which one's the good Clayface?
Richter.
You Jim would say that. But yeah, it's a case of that happened, and Clayface should be in the game.
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But there are like little references here and there, like okay, there's ones that okay, if Ivy's fighting Harley or Catwoman, there's like a like a Gotham Sirens reference or whatever it might be. So there's a lot of little references and jokes here. There's kind of a funny one where like if Atrocitus fights Swamp Thing and Swamp Thing's like the green is stronger. It's just kind of funny hearing him say that to Atrocitus.
Yep. There is some good dialogue there. The one I will say about was, as I was saying, I think Clayface should be in the game, but he should play similar to one of the Shao songs that they had, where he has the ability to morph into other characters.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And get their powers. It's pretty much written for him.
Pretty much.
Hero cards back with less customization than before.
Yeah.
And what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to think about the gameplay. It does play a lot like the first game, which I have always liked the gameplay in these only because I am a more casual. I'm not a hardcore fighting game player. I mean, I own like one Mortal Kombat game and I play Street Fighter on occasion. I'm not a fighting game guy. So I like a game like this where I can actually, hit a few of the combos without memorizing 10,000 button presses and, be able to at least put up, even though I'm not good at it, I can at least put up a fight against the AI. I stand no chance against online players, and I knew that going in. But at least I can fight the AI and complete the story mode and not be completely destroyed.
I wasn't saying it needs to be overly hardcore.
I was saying that. I was saying
because it matches Mortal Kombat. It's just a case of they got rid of the you press one button and you can instantly win.
What was that?
The first one, if you just kept pressing R1, depending on where you started, you could instantly win by just doing stage interactions.
Ah.
I remember that last time I did the demo or beta or whatever, and I was Wonder Woman or someone. I just didn't know how to play it. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, how did I, do that?
Yep.
Yeah, they did bring back a lot of unique, fun stage interactions. There's trophies for using certain ones, like, finish a swamp match using the croc or whatever. The trophy's called Killer Croc. Stuff fun little in-jokes like that. And there's still a lot of great scene transitions that are beautifully animated, too, not going to from one part of the stage to another, so that's good. They replaced Batman's stupid Batmobile Ultimate with a Batwing Ultimate, which I think is better.
Yeah, which, like I said, they're in the game, but they're also better than last time.
Yeah.
They're more like they were in the last Mortal Kombat, to the point one of them's almost ripped straight from it.
Oh, which one?
The guy in the bar.
Ah.
You can pick up a guy from a bar and just
throw it at somebody, yeah. That was funny.
You can pick up a dude.
Yeah, you can, which, as I was saying before, Jim interrupted, you pick him up and you throw him, and it's the exact same way you did the old woman in the market in the last Mortal Kombat. Which she became a massive meme. Everyone loved just throwing this old woman. People were doing fan backstories to her and stuff like that. It was hilarious.
Nice.
That's why for this one, people have even made the joke, "Oh, it's her grandson and stuff." It's like, no, it's not. Darkseid plays awesome. I'm just mentioning him because he's pre-order bonus.
Cool.
Darkseid plays pretty awesome. He has some cool effects, but he's completely removed from the story. So it's like, don't put Darkseid in until you're going to use him as a big bad. Yeah. Although he does have this awesome stance where he's just so casual with his hands behind his back. He's awesome. Did you fix your code? Oh, he took off, didn't he?
Yeah. Bye.
Sorry about that.
Professionalism. Yeah, it was a case of, yeah, so you got him with that, like that with Darkseid, which is fine. And they've said more DLCs coming, which some of them are just Mortal Kombat characters. I'm like, oh, come on. I'd rather have DC characters than Mortal Kombat characters.
I can imagine that would be the case.
Fair enough.
I think most people should. If you're buying a DC game, you should want DC DLC.
Makes sense.
It'd be like buying the WWE game and finding out 2 or 3 DLC spots in the future, not pre-order bonus, and if like actual DLC that you're gonna have to buy as part of a season pass, NBA 2K17 characters, because it's made by the same company.
Interesting.
People, no one would like that. You know the WWE fans would bitch.
Mm.
Unless I'm wrong, like Jim, if you bought a season pass for WWE, how would you feel if they had basketball players from the NBA games in there?
Yeah, that'd be weird. The only one I would accept for that is Shaq, because then I could do Shaq v Big Show.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be a current player, so he wouldn't be up for it.
True.
Which, yeah, that would be my point of, we don't need Raiden and Sub-Zero when we don't even have Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make the case, well, he died. Well, Sub-Zero isn't even part of DC. Who cares?
Neither was Scorpion. He was in the first game.
And people complained then.
No, okay.
Like you heard me last time, Pew. How many times did I complain about Scorpion being one of the DLC characters?
Yeah, it's like what WTF.
Yeah, it should. They should be DLC.
I think it was a pre-order on it.
I think it was just a normal DLC.
No, okay. Because I don't recall buying any DLC for that game, and I had. Oh no, I did buy DLC because I had Lobo. Yeah, I did buy the DLC. Never mind.
And yep.
I miss Lobo. I like him in the first game.
I miss Raven.
Raven too.
He had a unique fighting style.
Yeah, they took a bunch of the ones in the first game out, so they could put new ones in this game. Interesting.
Like Solomon Grundy. Like Solomon Grundy's out. His moveset was way more unique than some of the ones that have replaced him.
Yeah.
But it's time for ratings, so I'll let Jim go first with his. I think Jim goes out of 100.
Generally, yes. I would say I enjoyed the game a lot. I would give it an 80 to an 85. I would say it's an enjoyable game. If you like fighting games, but you're not like me and you're not good at some of the more hardcore games, you could get away with playing this at least against the AI, if nothing else. I did try some rank matches. I won like one of them, but I knew going in I wasn't going to do very well. But it is a good game. It's a lot of fun. The only thing is really I give it a -4. Number one, again, because some of the characters did feel really shoved in the story mode just as an excuse to have them in the game. And also, I didn't like the fact that you can't just go online, just play against people, and it's not purely based on your skill with the characters. Because, if I go online and, this character, I'm playing as a level 8 Flash, and now I'm fighting a level 20 Catwoman who's, or I should say a level 20 Robin I ran to, who was all geared out. I could barely deal any damage to him when he just destroyed me in 2 seconds. And it's like, well, that's I like the concept of the gear as, you can make your character look unique to you and how you want. I think that's cool. I just think the gear should have been, it should have had an effect on the gameplay.
And I think Jim was broken up, and I'll assume he's not plugged in.
Oh no, I'm not. Sorry, I meant to do that.
Yeah.
So that's about right.
But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, basically just I wish the gear didn't have stats to it. It was just for appearance purposes. I liked it for that idea, but not for the stats. And I didn't like they shoved certain characters in without properly, explaining why they were in the story. But overall, I did enjoy the game. So 80 to 85, it was a decent game. I would say play it if you get the opportunity, especially if you like DC.
Fair enough. And my rating, I'm gonna have to give it that. I'm gonna give it a void. If you like DC, it shits all over a lot of the characters. Like, it makes Batman Jesus and it makes Superman fucking unredeemable. Boom, there's 2 of the biggest DC characters out the way, and turns Wonder Woman, a third one, into just basically a concubine. That's her only deal is to basically suck off Superman. It's not. The story mode's terribly written. The gameplay's good to a certain degree. I like the gameplay, but the stuff like the modes and how convoluted it is to do the simplest thing of like view one ending, it's just ridiculous. The gear system it feels gimmicky, and it is gimmicky as hell, like I thought it would be when it got announced. So this game feels rushed out because this happens to be the year Wonder Woman, I think, Justice League come out. So it's like, yeah, it's just a cash rush. Don't buy it. But yeah, that was our review.
Yep.
And yeah, So based on what you heard, what do you think, Pew? Based on what you've heard,
Sounds like something to pick up in the bargain bin. Maybe. Like, you know, like when I'm talking about when Price Chopper sells things, games, you know.
By the way, I will add that if you did happen to, for those that pre-ordered it, there were some nice pre-order bonuses, including you can get an iron-on, and you get to choose one of 7 of varying character logos. I took a Superman one, and you also got this dark but still very nice horizontal Injustice poster. So that's neat.
I will also point out that's not everywhere. Like over here, you only got Darkseid.
Fair enough.
At least on the PlayStation Digital Store, you might have got more in the actual store, but it's cheaper to get the Ultimate Edition on the PlayStation Store and do it that way.
Yeah, mine was just the regular edition. I didn't get the fancy deluxe or Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, which the Ultimate Edition comes with Vixen skin, Reverse Flash skin. Oh, there's another one. Oh, Power Girl skin.
Yeah, I was not gonna say Power Girl.
And I think John Stewart, but he might be a buyable one. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And then if you look at and then there's also what I heard, an even shittier mobile game.
Oh wait, it didn't actually come with Vixen. I had to buy her.
And then there's a mobile game which ironically has like some aspects that are worse and some aspects that are better from what I heard. I don't know if anybody did you play the mobile game, Mo?
I had the mobile game yet. There's a lot of costumes in that which would be better. Like with this one, because they've done the armor, they've removed a lot of the costumes. Like last time, it was so cool to go Batman and see all these different armors and skins and be like, oh god, yes. Or click Wonder Woman, yes, I want all of these. That's so much cooler than oh cool. I've seen Harley Quinn's actual Harley Quinn outfit in the game. Nice. In about 1,282 more matches, I'll have the gear to make that myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I want actual costumes. I don't want IKEA costumes, so you have to put it together yourself. Fuck off.
Yeah. I don't know if you link your Injustice 2 to the mobile to the regular, you unlock the alternate cyborg skin Grid, which is cool. Grid, of course, being a character who I was surprised to see because he's not even. Interesting that he's in this alternate world because normally he's associated with Earth 2, having been the cyborg counterpart of the what do they call themselves? The Crime Society. I don't remember the name of that group.
Isn't it Crime Syndicate?
Crime Syndicate, thank you, of America.
Yep. Which I think the Ultimate Edition was Reverse Flash, Power Girl. There was another one. I think it may be John Stewart, but I don't think it is. It might be someone else. I was thinking. I know it wasn't I know it wasn't Vixen because I ended up buying her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was our review.
Nice.
Leave your opinions below.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Yep. And coming soon, we'll have more reviews on this channel. We've got coming up a Kingdom Hearts 1, a Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, Farpoint with Pew. So Farpoint. We've got
Farpoint.
And we've got like Friday the 13th when Pew eventually gets that. We might even do Marvel Heroes on the PlayStation.
Indeed.
And probably a Let's Play or two of that. So, peace.